So we're here in the Theatre Delicatessen. So the old science, the Newtonian science, is very much based in cause and effect. So, you drop the apple and it falls to the ground.
Survival of the fittest.
And all that stuff
That's
as well.
the worst.
Exactly. Yeah. All of that stuff. And what's happened is now that scientists have developed techniques to be able to start to measure particles. So these are the tiniest, they're smaller than, the things in the atom. And in fact, that's all passé now, that stuff about the atom and the da-da-da-da. And what they're finding is that particles can disappear and reappear all over, everywhere. And there doesn't seem to be any pattern to where they're all going to appear, except for one thing: focus. So these particles disappear unless you focus on them.
And is it the expectation of the observer affects what happens to the particles?
Well, that's
so
right.
Mind over matter, isn't it?
Exactly. So it's like what you focus on happens.
So belief. It's all about belief, isn't it?
It is.
Focus.
What's interesting, it is in layman's term. But what I find so interesting now is that there is a science emerging where they are able, and there are one or two teachers who are able now to explain in terms of science how the law of attraction works. And I personally have seen healers. I went and studied with a healer called Master I Ping Wong in Zagreb. I spent 10 days with her, and that was an amazing experience. And one of the things that I saw her do was to heal somebody who hadn't walked for years and get them up to walk,
Wow.
out of a wheelchair. And the great thing about witnessing miracles like that is that when you witness them, they're actually not miracles.
Yeah.
Because what she did was she just said, okay, get up and walk. But because of her, at an energy level, she was able to go beyond the physical. She was able to get that person to actually stand up and walk. And so science is now beginning to be able to explain this. And there was one other thing that I wanted to just say as well about this too, because you mentioned it. It's the power of good, the power of love. Because often I get people who say to me, when I'm giving these talks, you get the skeptical people, and they say, yeah, well, what about Hitler?
Yeah.
Wasn't he doing? He was doing the law of attraction,
That's
wasn't he?
what if someone dies?
What about Indonesia right now? There's an earthquake and this and that and that. There's all what?
Yeah.
How
I'm
do
trying
you
to kill your
explain
happy
that,
story.
then?
I'm trying to kill your optimism. Yeah, but what about that? What about the worst thing that could possibly happen? What about that? Answer that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you always get there.
It's not that. I mean, life is evolving, and we are being given all the time challenges to grow. That's why we're here. We are in this physical world, in my opinion, to grow. But there was one thing that I really wanted to just mention, because when you were talking about evil. Now, personally, I've decided that I don't believe in evil. I think that evil is ignorance, actually. God, there's so much good stuff in this interview. The heart emits a magnetic signal, and the energy, the force of the heart is way more than the brain. Why that is relevant for this is because when we are creating our thinking to deliberately create our reality, if we can bring in what the wonderful Dr. Joe Dispenza calls an elevated emotion, that is a heart-centered emotion.
Yeah.
So gratitude, appreciation, compassion. That's screaming next door at the thought of
They're
it.
saying yes.
When you are doing your visualizations, when you are doing your affirmations, when you are doing you're living your life, if we can all remember to feel love, to feel that sense of joy, to feel appreciative of what we've got in our lives every single day, then that's so much more powerful.
Yeah.
That makes the manifestation, it brings it to us much more quickly. So
Lovely.
I'm so grateful to you both for being here to help to bring this, out of me, because if you weren't here, I wouldn't be doing it. So it's been really brilliant. Thank
It's
you.
been brilliant to listen. Thank you.
You're so welcome. My pleasure.
I feel healed.
You're well powerful. You are.